even if I have to go through the overrated and have plenty of the just good, I am eventually going to run into some great lobster rolls until I find the very best in all of New England. Guys, parking in Boston, some of the most expensive parking you're going to find in the country. Go behind the building and you might get one of the 7 spots to save you $1,000.
What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel where I share my passion for food and travel. Huge one today. Big one. I just had the biggest overrated piece of shit lobster roll at row 34. I am fiending to have a real lobster roll. It's actually unacceptable that I have not come here to my favorite lobster roll joint, James Hook, all summer. I have only had the cold classic version here in James Hook. I never had the hot and buttered until today. What I'm excited for is now for the first time I can officially compare this place with Neptune Oyster's lobster roll, because I've only had the hot and buttered version at Neptune Oyster. Let's see which one is truly the best at least the hot and buttered version. Cannot wait. Row 34, you suck. That place blows. I can't wait to have a real lobster roll. Excited to have this. Let's go to work.
Any place that has been established in 1925 has to know what they're doing. There's bathrooms on the side of the building, right downtown Boston. Beautiful view. Let me start off by saying the prices for these lobster rolls, if you get the large, is very reasonable. They give you plenty of lobster meat in your roll, and trust me, don't bother getting the regular size. It's not enough. They have your own live lobsters, live crab. Not many places have live crab. They used to have seating inside. I guess they're changing things up. They have a fish market after you get a lobster roll that you can take some fish home. Plenty of seating outside. I was quite surprised to see that they give you the hot and buttered version without the butter on it. They give you a ramekin of butter for you to do it yourself. The lobster looked way too dry. It was wrapped up and looked like it was sitting in the back for at least an hour. Did not seem fresh at all just by looking at it. And then when I poured all the butter on it because it looked too dry, I absolutely turned the bottom of the brioche bun into a mushy mess, which always sucks when you're eating a sandwich. One of my favorite things about James Hook, just like Neptune Oysters, they use a brioche bun. It definitely holds all of the lobster meat, which is good. None of it's falling out. You're actually having a lobster roll this way and not just picking up the pieces of lobster meat that's falling all over the place. As you can see, there's way too much butter on this sandwich. My fault, but it was way too dry. I had to wet it up somehow. I like taking this view to show you guys that this place certainly does not go skimpy with the lobster meat they give you. So the big question is, was the lobster meat cooked properly? I have to say it was a little overcooked, dried out, and kept out there for an hour, wrapped up in the back, waiting for me to come inside and order. I decided to just throw the rest of the butter on because fuck it.
I'm in the car, so now I can talk shit, and I cannot believe I'm about to talk shit about James Hook. You're one of my favorite lobster rolls. That was the first time I had the hot and buttered. And today was the exact proof or validation that I was right. I was right about cold traditional is way better than the hot and buttered when it comes to ordering any lobster roll from any place. The cold traditional version here is way better than the hot and buttered. Neptune Oysters hot and buttered is better than James Hook version. The hot and buttered lobster roll at Neptune Oyster is elite. Their cold, traditional lobster roll is elite. Their hot and buttered is nowhere the same. Here's the exact ranking for you Dave Portnoy mocks. You showed that you are human. You are not immortal, James Hook, because you couldn't do both versions the best. Can't wait now to go to Neptune Oyster to try the cold traditional version and see if they can pull it off, because if they do, the Neptune Oyster is the very best. Hit the subscribe button if this is something you're into, and if this is something you're not into, then piss off. That's it, I'm done!